it's not going to bleed. So actually, you probably should. Well, yeah, I just add the blue. You can also, mix the blue with the brown and things like that. Makes it more complicated. So right here, there are some lines here. So I want to make that. So there's some blue here to make it into a shade for this part here. So you don't have to worry. Yeah, you can. There's a lot of thinking going on, but you don't have to worry about that. So that's just mostly where your lines are. You put the blue there, and it gets in because it's still wet. It incorporates into this thing, and it gives a very smooth transition. So these rocks, like very smooth. The other thing is that you make sure you have pretty much dilute color. So like that. So you can tell from the dish how dilute it is. It's only like this much color. And but then that at the same time you have to make sure the brush is dry when you're doing this. So you want to scrape off excess water. And then the other thing I suggest is you keep mixing the color. So you do a lot of mixing. So every time you mix it, it's not going to be the same as previously. So each lump of rock you would have something different. And then now you keep so now we can actually go to the picture. Now that's what we're doing. Okay, so keep it dilute control water in the brush. So make sure it doesn't spread beyond the. Well, try not to have it spread beyond the form. This happens. Well, it's not that critical if that happens. So you want to keep mixing the color. So then you have variation. So basically I only mix so little, and then now I have to mix again. And then you will have a different color, so this one would be different. If I ever do that one. And then let's say I do this one, it would be different than that over there. So you keep doing over, and then by the time you go to a certain part of it, and this part is dried off a little bit, then you can add the blue to this part here, dry brush, things like that. Right, so that's the other thing. Okay, the third thing we want to do is about the mist. So now this, let's say this mountain here is clouds and mist down here. So now it gets progressively bluer as you go further south, further down. So you get the blue here. So you use more and more blue as you go further and further down. And then when you're down to here, then here's where the clouds are. Mm-hmm. So you want to make, so whatever you don't have, wherever you don't have the color is the cloud. So what you do is you use this brush to get the blue, and then you can kind of spread the brush out here, like on a dish like this, and then you can kind of feather them in. So what I mean by feathering is like this, so this kind of stroke, irregular stroke, so that it doesn't have a solid line. So once you have this irregular stroke, then you can feel like there is a cloud here. So you think there's a cloud, something like that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do over there. So that's about the cloud. So bright and then further down like that. Okay. All right. So that's this. That's what I'm saying over here, where there's a contour of the cloud. You have to think about that once you feather in the bottom of this mountain. So what I just did there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now in this picture then,